All right, so function machine and function notation. Remember, that's another way to write what letter? What letter did we replace on Friday when we did that? When we wrote f at x, what did we replace?
Y.
We replaced y. Take a point. Now, when we wrote it, we had an example up here on the board. Well, I'm going to write it on a sticky. So just so we can have it, you don't have to write this, I just want you to watch. So if I have f at x equals 4x squared plus 3, is that the same thing as y equals 4x squared plus 3? Yes, that's the same thing. So if I write f at heart, what am I going to replace all my x's with? Heart. So it's going to say 4 times heart squared plus, we're going to put an x here, 3 heart. All right, what if I put f at smiley face? What am I going to replace all my x's with? Okay. All right, so if I said f at, let's do a rainbow. Pretend that's a rainbow. Hey, that's my rainbow, and this is a judgment-free zone, so I don't think y'all need to be judging my rainbows. So what am I going to replace with a rainbow? Yes. You're just now needing a pencil. 15 minutes into class. There's some at the front. All right, so what am I going to replace with a rainbow? It'll say 4 what? 4 rainbow what? Squared plus 3 rainbow. Fantastic. So this is called function notation. This right here is called function notation. And this guy is our machine. So this is function notation, and this is our machine. Now on Friday, we wrote that a function can be thought of as a machine that assigns one x value to every y. And we said that that means that if we plug in 2, we can't get out 2 different answers. If we plug in 2 to our function, we're only going to get one answer out. Does everybody understand? Are we ready to take some more notes? Does everybody have this written down?
Yes.
Awesome. Is everybody on the page with me? We're ready to write stuff down. So I can make sure we're all together. Now, a machine is something that you plug into, correct?
Yes.
So, like if I plug in stuff into a bread machine, am I going to expect to get out bread or spaghetti? Bread. So this guy is our bread machine, and we're plugging stuff in to get out bread. Are we ready? So this arrow, our first box, is pointing to F. And this is the name of the function. And we can give it different names. How can I help you? You've got to do this at the beginning of class. There's also a sharpener in y'all's tower, but you have to stand right here and sharpen him. You can't take my elephant anywhere. What does this guy do? What are you saying, Bronson? You're going to what? If I replace something, where did you put the elephant? Okay. If I put a 3 right here, what are we going to do over here? So it tells you what to do what? For X. Fantastic. Yes, you get a point. It tells you what to plug in for X. Exclamation point because we're excited. So what have I been calling this guy? How have I been saying it? Have I just said fx?
I like fx.
But I haven't just been saying fx.
It's a function machine.
It is, well, this is the machine, this is the function, so that makes a function machine. F at x. Fantastic. You were close, Bronson. You can also say f of x, so both of you take a point. Not you. Bronson and Bryn.
No, he didn't.
No.
Jorge.
Yo no lo hice, maestra.
I'm telling you. Alright, so f at x means f, so we should be writing this. F at x means f is a function of x. And we say that as f at x. Not fat x, f at x. Because it's the function, the y value, at the x value. So remember when we plug in, that gives us our y value and it makes a coordinate. Yes, no, maybe?
No.
No?
I don't think that.
You don't think that? You don't think it's no? You think you're good? Awesome. Alright, so this guy over here, he's the function. He's our machine. He does all the work. He's our machine. He does all of our work. My face? What was that? Yes. I'm going to take a point away every time you do that.
Really?
Yes, darling?
So, what if there's a number where that f will be f at, like, say 3?
Mm-hmm. So what would you do with that 3?
And move it over?
Move it over where?
Out of the 3.
Where would you plug it into?
Where that x.
Where the x is, yes. And that's what we're going to do down here. So that's a good question. So it says, find and illustrate f at 2 and f at negative 1 using the function machines below. So please, now we're going to use our machine that it gave us up here. We're going to use our function here. So inside, I want you to write 3x plus 4. And write it smaller than I did.
Oh.
I don't know what word you just said. Alright, so we are plugging in 2. We're saying f at 2. So what are we going to plug in for x? 2. We're going to say 3, remember, write smaller than I did, times 2 plus 4. So we're plugging 2 in for x. And that says 3 times 2 plus 4. I got excited and got carried away. Alright, what's 3 times 2? What's 6 plus 4? Boom. That's it. That's all you do. I know. Now, what does that mean? What is this 10?
F equals 10.
No.
F at x.
And what do we also call f at x? What letter does it represent?
Y.
It represents y. What did we plug in? Did we plug in our x value?
Yeah.
And we got out our,
10. X value.
we plugged in our x value. That's our input. And what did we get out?
The y.
The y value. And isn't that our output? So is this a coordinate? And when x is 2, the function is at 10. That's it. I know. It makes a coordinate because x is your input and it outputs 10. All right, I want you guys to please try f at -1 without me. So plug it into the same equation. Plug it into the same function of 3x plus 4. Are you done?
I'm done.
You haven't even written it down. You're silly. Are you? Did you? Did your whole table do it, or are they talking to each other? Okay.
Oh, hey. I'm just going to ask you. That student survey, didn't I get that to you? Because on Google Classroom it says it's late.
Yeah, but you have to submit it on Google Classroom, so it's not. It's just
It just says that.
yeah,
Okay, I was
because you gave it to me.
I know I did.
All right. So did you guys do 3 times -1 plus 4 like that? All right. What's 3 times -1? And what's -3 plus 4? 1. All right. So how do we write our coordinate?
It's -1, -1.
Look at you guys go. Yes. If your whole table did it and got it correct, you get a point. Not copying it down from me. Reggie, not copying it down from me on the board.
I wasn't copying it. I told you I had to answer.
Okay. I believe you. And remember, Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, you can go over 5 points.
We got 4, 7, 2. We got number.
That's fine. Y'all can take a point. She's also still trying to get her notebook together, so it's fine. All right. Are you guys ready? You think you can handle it? All right. Let's open up. I don't know why that's still connected. Alright. Okay, so now.
I'm not good when I get home.
Stop. Alright, we talked a little bit about these guys on Friday. Now, do you see how this says f at x equals x squared plus 3? And this guy says g at x. Now, we give different letters for different functions. What did I just say?
You give different letters for different.
No. What did I just say? Because you heard them. So what if that's not what I said? Alright, so our first function is x squared plus 3, and our second function is what? X plus 1. Now, how do we say this? Okay, how do we say this?
G at X.
Yes. If it was a Q, you would say Q at X. If it was a pumpkin, you would say a pumpkin at X. Now, I'm going to work this one out in green, and I'm going to work this guy out in blue. Who are y'all talking to? Stop. Alright, so if this guy says F at 3, are we going to plug 3 into F or into G?
Into
F, because it says F at 3, correct?
yes.
Okay, so we're going to take this 3 and we're going to plug it in here. So that would become 3 squared plus 3. Does everybody see where I got that from? I just replaced my x with this 3. Now what's 3 squared?
Oh, that's 6. 9.
9. And what's 9 plus 3?
12.
So my answer is 12. Nick, are you talking about math? You were in my ear. Stop. Thanks, I love you. Alright, any questions on this one?
No.
Are we sure?
Yeah.
Okay, now does this say G at 3 or F at 3?
G.
Are we going to plug that in for F or in for G?
G.
So should I do it in green or blue? Okay. So how would I write that? Tell me what I would write. 3 plus 1. If you said 3 plus 1, give your team a point. All right, and what's 3 plus 1?
4.
Boom, we're done. Now, how could we write these guys as a coordinate? What would we write for the first one? Okay, wait. What I'm asking you is how would I write this as a coordinate? 3, 12.
3, 12. And then
3 and 3 and 1.
3 and 4. Okay.
We have to write the coordinates.
I would like you to practice it because it's going to help us with our project we're going to do.
When is this project?
I'm going to give it to you soon. We're going to be trains.
Wow.
Yes. We're doing that when we factor. Alright, so now, does this guy, our next one, we're going to call this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then over here, 11, 12, 13. Ah! I can plug it in and we can still work, but thanks for your negativity. Take a -1. I'm just kidding. Don't really put a -1. Next time, though. He's being super negative. It's not my phone, guys. It's the computer. It's not my phone at all. Alright, so for number 3, would I plug in for F or for G? So green or blue?
Green.
Green. How would I write this?
You write 3.
No. What's X this
You
time?
write -2.
For that, you'll get
Plus 3.
Alright, what's -4 squared?
Negative 4.
Mm,
Negative 8. Negative 16. Negative 16.
stop. What's -2 times -2?
Negative
Positive 4.
And then 7.
And what's 4 plus 3? Alright, Sarah, how do I write my coordinate? Sarah. Take a point. Alright, number 4, how would I do that one?
0 plus 1 equals 4.
0 plus what?
4.
What does my function say?
I mean, plus 1.
So what does that equal?
1.
Alright, Alexis, can you tell me how to write my coordinate? Without people whispering in your ear? No, he can do it. 0, 1, fantastic. Take a point. Alright, now, number 5. What we're going to do now,
I know how to do it.
we're going to do 5, 7, and 9 together. And then the rest of the page is for homework. Because 6, 8, and 10 are like those.
I don't think 5.
Alright, so for number 5, what would we do?
You do F.
We would do F first, and then what would we do?
G.
G. And then what would we do with those answers?
Combine it.
And then you add them, because it says plus, correct? Yep. Alright, so my F at 2, how would I write that? I'm going to write it in brackets. How would I write it? 2 squared plus 3, and then close your brackets. Put a plus sign in between them. Wait. Alright, now, I'm plugging in this one. Am I going to plug it in for G or for F? For G, because it says G. Alright, what am I going to replace X with?
1.
So 1 plus 1. Now, what's 2 squared?
Oh, that's 4.
What's 4 plus 3?
7.
Okay, so now I have 7 plus, what's 1 plus 1?
2.
What's 7 plus 2?
9.
Boom!
That's easy.
And that one, you won't write it as a coordinate. Mm-mm. Because we added 2 functions together and got that. So that's the exact same way how you would do number 6. Now let's talk about 7 before we leave. Now, how would we say this? F at yes, F at G at 2. So the first thing you do is you work from the inside out. You're going to plug 2 in for G. So first, we're going to say 2 plus 1. Is everybody with me so far? We're plugging 2 in for G. What's 2 plus 1? 3. Now we're going to take this guy, and we're going to plug it into the function f. So what is our, how would we write that? We have 3. What are we saying instead of to the second power?
No.
Squared. Plus 3. All right, what's 3 squared?
Oh, that's
9.
And what's 9 plus 3?
12. You write down the Yep.
No. One day. We're building to that. One day. All right, next we're doing number 9 and then your homework. Now, this says f at y. So what are we going to replace x with? Y. So we would just write y squared plus 3, and then you're done. Yeah? Because remember, when we replaced x with a heart, we just plugged in a heart. When we replaced it with a smiley face, we just plugged in a smiley face. So if I replace it with a y, what am I going to plug it in? A y. Now, finish all of this for homework. You have to do 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13. Thank you. Bring him to me. Thank you. Adiós, hasta mañana.